Hello guys and welcome to a new We Talk UAV video. You know by now that the new Mavic 2 is out and it arrived in two versions, the Zoom and the Pro, and you may have some doubts now. Here at We Talk UAV we're gonna help you to choose which one to buy. Let's go in. Chivo, please stop cutting my inside, man. Inside. Hello guys and welcome again. This is Alex Assenmacher and we came to this great location to help you with your choice. It's not a matter which drone is better, it's just a matter of which drone covers better your needs. So with that said, let's go inside and start with the camera. The drone, the body, the sensors, the flight autonomy, the controller, everything is exactly the same. The most important here that you have to know is that the camera and the whole gimbal are different. And that's the key of the whole video. The Mavic 2 Zoom with its gimbal is mounting a 2.3 inch sensor with 12 megapixel, which, you know, is the same size that the Mavic Pro 1 or the Platinum had. The most important on this drone is that the lens is a wide-angle lens, a 24mm lens, but it does have an optical zoom that goes to 48mm. This is going to be the key for the whole drone. And we're going to see this later when we see the footage and some nice dolly zooms that we're going to see, and they are going to be amazing. Apart from that, what this drone is capable of doing also is a super res 48 megapixel photo by stitching 9 photos. And you know, doing this kind of panorama, stitching the photos, you have some really cool looking pictures. And those are kind of the highlights of the camera. Now let's go to the Pro. This now is the Mavic 2 Pro, and as you can see and have already seen, it's a 1-inch sensor camera developed by Hasselblad, you know, the Swedish Hasselblad company. 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixel resolution photo, and the amazing 10-bit HDR video and the 10-bit color M profile. This makes it a beast among drones. It's just the promised beast that we were expecting, and that is going to give us some really cool looking footage that we're gonna see in a moment. Anyways, we're gonna compare also the footage side by side so that you guys can see the difference in both footage, if you can see it. Chivo, we're on top of the mountain castle. It's a really cool looking place. Let's fly them here. I believe it's gonna be just great. We've put now both drones side by side. We're gonna take a picture with each one of them straight to the wall so that you can see first the difference in the zoom version with 24 and 48. Just highlight that you can also use 27, 36 millimeters. So it's all the range between 24 and 48. You can use it, just in case we didn't make that clear before. So the photos are gonna be 24 and 48 on the Zoom and 24 on the Pro version. And then side by side and compare it. Most important here, a big difference among these two drones is that the Mavic 2 Zoom has 13 EV stops when talking about dynamic range, and the Mavic 2 Pro has 14, which is 1 EV stop more. Now guys, time to see some video footage shot by both drones. we really hope you enjoy. One thing that I forgot to say before, the Pro version has an adjustable aperture from 2.8 to 11, so this is going to give us, you know, some more tools to get a better footage. Also, the Pro version is capable of filming in 4K with the full size of the sensor and on another, you know, cropped version of the sensor, but including the same amount of pixels. You're going to see the difference in a second. Now that we've seen the footage, the difference, the parallax effect, the dolly zoom, everything, let's talk about what's exactly the same on both drones. And anyways, if you want to know all the specifics on both drones, go to our reviews. We're going to leave you the link in the description and at the end screen capture so that you can see each video, each drone with its own review. First of all, the most important for me is the OcuSync 2.0. This new developed and enhanced OcuSync by DJI makes it up to 8 kilometer range, which is far beyond your imagination. 1080p live feed on your phone and tablet, which is also really cool. Also very important is that both drones are capable of filming in H.265 codec, improving, you know, the H.264 codec that the predecessor Mavic had. Also very important to know is that both drones are capable of switching the radio frequency from 2.4 to 5.8 gigahertz while you're flying without you even noticing, which, you know, for sometimes the more crowded 2.4, you know, you can switch and have a better flight experience overall. And talking about the quad itself, as you've seen that it looks exactly the same. This means that it has the same batteries also, 31-minute promised flight battery autonomy, up to 72 kilometers per hour in sport mode, and both mount this omnidirectional sensing system, which means that both have, you know, not only 360 sensors, but also on top and on the bottom of the drone, which makes it kind of complicated to crash today. Also, as the Mavic Air had, both drones have the APAS systems to bypassing some objects and remembering the route afterwards, which increases the chances of not crashing the drone. Apart from that, the remote controller is exactly the same. You can see it on the reviews. And among the intelligent flight modes, we have now an Active Track 2.0, which is promised to be more accurate and, you know, better, and the possibility of on both drones doing hyperlapse instead of, you know, putting the points of interest like you were doing before. Just by tapping once, one single button, you can do hyperlapse now and get some really cool looking footage. This we're gonna do in an extra video in the future coming, so that you can see that, because otherwise this would be eternal. Well guys, up to this point of the video you have already seen the main differences, the key points of each one of those drones, also what is exactly the same on both drones, and you know there is a price difference. But overall, if you have seen this video and have, you know, seen the footage and everything, you can see that this is not only a matter of money, and it doesn't really mean that the more money, the better drone. The more money means that you will have a better output, a better video output on the Pro version. On the other hand, on the Zoom, you will have some key features that are very, very interesting. So it's not a matter of how much money are you going to spend, it's a matter of which drone, as I said in the beginning, which drone will cover what I want. Do I want to test something new with some kind of parallax cinematic effect? I may go with the Zoom. Do I want the same quality video output, 1-inch Hasselblad camera as on the Phantom 4 Pro? I'll go with the Pro version. So guys, this will be up entirely on your decision and what you're gonna use the drone for. Nothing really else to say. We know you'll have tons of questions. Just leave them in the comments. We will be answering them. And of course, we're going to do more videos on both drones. So nothing really else to say. Leave a like for Chibo in the sun, toasting himself now. And also sub if you're not yet. Always remember to keep calm and talk UAV.